Hello everyone, Fatty from Pack a Punch Traders here. Nice to be back. Couple days off, wasn't feeling too good, but here we are. Now we're back with a bang. BIAF and ATXG, my plays of the day. We'll start off with the first one, BIAF. We have essentially what is a multi-day bounce, but I also saw it as an open price. I know this thing gapped up a good amount. So what we were looking at early on really was if this fails to break down. And I did chase, I did get lucky, but I did also have small size, just trying to get back to the flow, just all mentally messed up and whatnot. So I chased and got in at 589 as this completely failed to break down and reclaim the VWAP and open price. So I saw that as a bullish indicator, smacked it, and a few minutes later we're halted and we're pushing through 6.5 after that. I ended up selling at 663, so not too bad of a trade there for me. Just small size, get my feet wet, but this is it. And as we usually talk about, these plays, once they're already extended pre-market, I don't expect much more out of it. And if we really look at it, it's really just this period that it squeezed. Besides that, there's no strength to the play. So I kind of got lucky, if I'm being honest, the way I look at this. I did see some strength, like the shorts did get squeezed in this period. That did happen. But if it's going to be a strong play, it's going to be lasting a lot longer than that. So, in my eyes, this is essentially what every multi day bounce that already gaps up, overextended does. And that it could have a move, but don't expect this thing to just take off and give you another 30% intraday. So, BIAF, taking a quick snipe while it's there, knowing the pattern that I'm trading and just the limits of it typically, even though we do see them take off. Um, 30% is the average. And we got that again with ATXG. This one did end up running a bit further than I expected. I wanted to get to the low sixes or so, but I ended up selling into this pop here as I was up 9% or so. Just wanted to lock in my gains, and it did end up running past that 30% mark. Because what I was selling here, it was right around 30%, and it just had one more last gas left in it. So here, this one actually traded it horribly. Just I'm gonna get that out of the way. Today has been quite a lucky day for me. Um, completely missed this play. This is the best entry right here. That red to green move, the high daybreak. That is the entry in the low fours that we always talk about. Then you get the massive push into the fives pretty quickly. So that's usually the most day bounce that I would just capture and I'd be done with it the rest of the day. And I was looking at this, just impressed, and accidentally throw in 200 shares at 4.99. And I wanted to sell right away, but then I thought about it. I looked at the range that this play has. We have seen plays like MEGL, where they could take off. There was one recently. What was it? Pixie. That was another one that absolutely took off. So when there is range, we have seen them take off. So this was another example of possibly that, and that's why I thought, okay, if this thing completely fails, I'll take my stupid small loss of like $100 or so, and we'll call it. But what it did around 4.5 here was it held, it double bottomed, came back and reclaimed VWAP, and from there I started adding because I was trying to bring my average down, and at this point I'm seeing this failure to really break down. This could threaten another move higher if shorts fail to really break this down. And it was a choppy play. It did end up happening what I was expecting, but pretty choppy play here. Added into the higher lows. Actually, let me see, my arrows are here. Beautiful. So this was the initial play, failure. Added a bit here. Added again here when I got some more higher lows and a bit burst in volume. And from there, I was up around 9%. I'm like, I'm so lucky with this thing. Let me just sell. I'm not even going to be greedy. Whatever. It's a great day. We're up about 360, 370. Or what was it? 350? I forgot exactly how much I made. But let me take a look here. 368. Fantastic. But yeah, so took my quick snipe. It was already up around 30% on the day. I was already feeling lucky, so I just locked it in. And then you get this other move higher, as you can see here. It fails to break down. I know it's choppy, so one thing we talk about, change the time frame if you need to. Just brings things, excuse me, excuse me. It just simplifies things. And here we could really get the gauge of the momentum. You get the spike, the higher lows, the failure to break down, volume comes back, and then it gets exhausted. But this is really the trigger. You get the higher lows, holding VWAP, holding key areas, 5, hold dollar, half dollar area, 4.5, hold dollar, half dollar area. Um, just a simple multi-day bounce that had not completely broken out or broken down, and that led to this squeeze. So those were my two plays of the day. Kind of lucky, but we're getting back into it. We're finally getting our energy back. I'm feeling good. So I'll be back with a video lesson going over the top plays. But besides that, we'll catch you guys later.